welcome to Super Talk Show. So nice to have you with us, joining from Germany.
Hello, it's great being here.
Yeah. So to get started, can you give us like an introduction about yourself, who you are, which grade you're in, and which school do you go to?
Sure. So I'm Lucian, I'm 17. I go to a school in Berlin, a state school. I'm in my final year and I'm an offer holder at University College, Oxford for politics, philosophy and economics.
Wow, that's really cool. And I want to start by asking like about your MUN experience, because I met you in, I think, Berman 2020 when it was online. I remember it was junior MUN committee. So how many MUN conferences have you been to? How long have you been doing MUN? And yeah.
So I think I've been doing Model UN for 4 years now, 5 years, something like that. I think I've been to roughly like 12 or 13 conferences, not quite sure. Yeah, I think, not sure whether you were my first committee as a chair, maybe my third committee as a chair, I'm not quite sure when we met each other. But yeah, so I've been doing MEN for quite a while. So
Wow. Why are you super like passionate about MUN? Like, why MUN for you? Is it, I'm sure it's not just for like college application, but like what attracts you to MUN?
So I guess what I really liked about MUN was because when I started, I was really young. I was, I think, yeah, I was 12 or so. And so this was this place where I could debate, I could really challenge myself because most of the people I was debating against were quite a few years older than me, 17 or 18, because we didn't have a junior committee back then. So that was just, I liked the challenge, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So do you, I guess to follow up to that, like, are your conferences usually online or in person? Because I've seen you both online and in person.
Yeah, so I definitely prefer in person.
Mm,
So with COVID, we had to switch online for a couple of conferences, and the in-person experience is just so much better.
same.
So I've done both, but definitely prefer in person.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. And I think that's a perfect segue to my next sort of section of questions, because you will be attending the University of Oxford next year in person. So I guess I want to ask, like, wow, what do you think got you into Oxford? Is it your grades or your extracurriculars, awards? I'm not sure how much that is weighted into the UK application process. I'm not super familiar with that.
Yeah, so with the US, from what I've heard, extracurriculars are a large part of it. However, in the UK, they really don't care. So it's so you basically need the grades to get into basically this pool of people who are considered at all. So if you don't make the cut, and you can find the grades you need on the website. So that's for Oxford specifically. So as long as you make it into that, they don't really care that much about your grades from what I've heard. And so then it's an admissions exam. And if you score, I believe, in the top third, it is something like that so of all applicants for PPE, then you get invited to interviews. And so it's basically the admissions exam and interviews that matter the most. You also have a personal statement. However, unlike the US one, it isn't all too personal. So I think I mentioned like 4 books I read and talked a bit about Model UN and the European Youth Parliament, but I didn't really get into anything really personal or any story about me. It was really focused on academics. So I think they say 80% academics is what you should aim for.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I need to interrupt. You mentioned European Youth Parliament. Hold on, EYP. Ooh, I actually do that too. I have a,
Really?
hold on, I have a sticker. Oh, wait, that's Yale. Here,
Oh,
European Youth
that's good.
Parliament, Polska, Poland. I did
Oh,
I did the regional conference in Warsaw. Wait, so you do that too?
Yeah, so I've attended a couple of conferences there. So most recently, the international session in Kortrijk in Belgium, which was whilst I had to do my admissions exam in Brussels due to that
Oh.
for Oxford. So took the train for like one evening, then slept there, did the admissions exam, and went back because Belgium's rather small, so it was only like a 1 hour train ride. So it was really all right, but it was a bit of a mess. But also in Berlin, there's no exam center for the Oxford admissions exam, so I would have had to take a like 2 hour train from my home if I had done it in, I think, Hamburg or something like that.
Mm.
Uh, and so this way, it was a shorter distance in essence, though in a different country.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool. I guess one of the question for like EYP specifically is what draws you to EYP, because much different than like MUN, at least speaking from my experience, there's like no awards in EYP. I yeah, I just did one and I didn't see why I should keep going. So like what's super special about EYP for you?
That's a difficult question, and I guess I have to mention here that the Model UN conferences I go to, they don't have awards either. So I've never had awards. So
Mm.
the only awards have been like being mentioned or having people tell you, "Wow, that was a great speech" or something like that. But I've never had official awards. And so with EYP, what I really like is that you basically have more of this competitive process that reaching the international sessions I think I had to go through three three selection sessions,
Mm.
so that's exciting. And you're always meeting new people and working together. So you basically form these personal bonds, and so it's really great. So I'm still in contact with quite a few people who I met via UIP conferences.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like the regional sessions, the what national, international, it's like different tiers that you just go up to. But yeah, I think that's all my question for EYP. What else? Ooh, about your major in University of Oxford, it's like it's not super STEM based. So what sort of like admission process or what kind of score do they look for? Like English scores, or do they also sort of weight the math scores for specifically for your major?
Yeah, so for my course, the admissions exam is the thinking skills assessment. And so that's half critical thinking questions, and the other half is problem solving. So problem solving is mathematics, basically, and critical thinking is logic. Uh, and so mathematics is one of the courses they recommend taking prior to studying and so it's one of their recommended courses. However, it's not the required course, which is different to many other universities who do require mathematics due to the economics element of the course.
Mm, yeah, definitely. And I don't know. I think that's all the questions I had for you, Lucian. Um, yeah. So I guess thank you so much for being on Super Talk Show. It was great hosting you.
Thank you. It was great being here.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.